Good evening and welcome back to Football Manager 2024. We're back with another episode, and it's the last episode. It's the final episode of Season 8. Oh, we've not had the best season, I'll be honest. We've not had the best season. We have been, I want to say, slightly unlucky in some regards, but in general, we have underperformed. There's too many draws in there, matches that should be wins. You know, if we turn those 6 draws into wins, obviously, we did get 6 points from it. That would be putting us on 12 extra points. We'd be on 50. We'd be on 50. We'd be up here competing at the top, and it's not been good enough. We've lost, look at that. The team at the top, London Cranes, have lost 9 games. We have lost 8. So I don't, it really actually, it proves my point that we have actually been quite good, but we're drawing too many games. We've drawn the most games alongside London Samurai by far. The next best is 10. So we really have drawn too many games this season. And today we've got 2 games left to try and see out a good couple of wins. And, you know, maybe we could even catch Manford Way and get ourselves up into well, potentially 11th or even 10th. But I don't know. I doubt it. I think we're going to finish where we are currently. That's okay. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on a little bit of a different idea. Having read the opposition reports for the team that we're up against, we're going to focus on whipping in a load of crosses here today, if possible. That's what we're going to try and do. And I also want to have a look at if there are any players, such as my pacey players, I want to be including in this here tactic. So Harry Crane and the Fogbu in there. Crosby should be a good player to bring in as well. So I think I want pacey players to be playing their part today. So Crosby's going to go in for Caney Bryan. We're going to keep Dale in there. In fact, Caney Bryan could go onto the bench for... There we go. That might be good. Now, on the wing backs, let's do pace on the wing backs. We've got Webber, Brathwaite and Nelson. They are good players, but they're a little bit slower. So it might be an idea to play Duncan and Webber for that same reason. I want pacey wing backs here today. So Duncan on the right and then Webber on the left. And that, look at that connection between Duncan and Crane. I think that's a good idea. Okay, it also wants me to bring in Proberts, and I think that's actually a good idea as well. So let's bring Yakubu across. Bash will go in. And that is the selection we're going to go with. We're going to submit that team, and everyone looks happy about it. It looks like yeah, I mean, look, those are all good reactions as well. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to try and throw in a couple more crosses and just see how that fares for us, because the opposition report said that they were not good at defending set pieces, and also that they were not good at defending from crosses, and they don't have good headers and they don't have good jumping. So we're going to send in pacey players that hopefully can create chaos, create problems, and get those crosses in. I've told them, I've got the instructions, get the crosses in. Are the individual instructions? That's another thing we should be focusing on. Cross more often. Cross from bottom. Yeah, brilliant. That's fine. Okay, that's really, really good. Let's see what we can do here today. Good interception to start things off. We take the ball back. And after only a couple minutes, we've given away a free kick, but nothing doing from it. No highlights just yet. 5 minutes gone, and things are looking just okay at the minute. Look at that. I mean, I want to see their average position at the half-time, because you can kind of tell if their average position is really high up the pitch, then they're obviously playing a high press. And we need to go on the counter to try and counter that, because unless we have better technical players, we're not going to be able to hold the possession as much. That's not a bad ball in from Crosby. That is like a searching ball, but it does come to nothing. Let's see if we can win the ball back, or perhaps the Saints are going to go on the attack. Here we go. They go out to the right-hand side, then into the middle, probably back out to the right. No, the striker goes himself, whips it all the way across, and it's going to go all the way to the left winger, who's going to find a pass in. No, Crane gets on it, but can't win the ball back. Oh, there's got to be a shot coming here. There is, and it goes in. That's quite frustrating, because there were multiple opportunities there to get the ball out of the danger area, out of the danger zone. But look at that. Immediately we go on to a highlight of our own. A Fogbu goes up the wing into Crosby, back to a Fogbu. He is going to go on his... Oh, did he need to shoot that? I don't know if he needed to shoot that. He could have looked for a striker, I think. Oh, that's annoying. That was a good opportunity. Look at the XGs. I mean, the XGs are actually not that far apart, but the possession really is going in their favour. So we're going to sit on defensive for a little bit and hopefully find some counterattacks. Crane can't win the header, but that's a bad pass. And now potentially there's players out of position. No, we've taken our time. That's all right. Crane goes into East Hope, goes into BT, goes long to Crosby, who will chase after that. Go on, Crosby. Oh, it's a good save. But it's another good opportunity, and that will actually bump our XG quite significantly. Whip the corner in. We've got Bash and we've got Yakubu in the middle. We've got some good jumpers. Go on, find one of them. Duncan! No, it is Bash! There we go. I love when a tactic actually works. We brought him in to score headers, score from corners, score from crosses, and he does, and he gets us back to 1-1, which is perfect. And you can see sometimes the tactical brain does go into gear and we actually do get good results from it. So 1-1 and we go again. Quite happy with the fact that that scored from a corner. We scored from a corner. Go on, chase back. Well done, Webber. The pacey wing backs also doing their job. Dale outright. Oh, Crane gets tackled. Doyle on the ball. Look, that's a good pass forward. Don't let him shoot it. Let's go. Okay, well, they did let him shoot it, but from a significant distance, I suppose, isn't the worst situation to be in. Oh, another highlight, and it looks like it's going to be another one for the Saints. Yep, they go backwards. Forwards this time. Doyle looks for a pass, go backwards again. And now they've found a little bit of space in the middle. Oh my word, they keep referring back to the centre-backs here. Doyle on the ball inside. Salcedo out wide this time. They have found a bit of space on the right-hand side of their left, of our right. Salcedo into Doyle. They're building quite nicely here. Highland's going to look for a pass inside at some point. He does. And that's yeah, okay. There was nothing really there in the end. That was quite well marshalled, quite well defended by our boys. So I'm fine with that. Now we've got to defend a corner. We should be able to. We've got some big centre-backs, big jumping players. Payne nods it away. Armstrong on the ball, shoots it. We block it. That's fine. We defended one corner. We can defend another one. Let's go again. Salcedo on the ball, whips this one in. It's going to go to the back post. It's not. It's absolutely nothing. It's absolutely nothing. Perfectly fine. We've dealt with it. Let's keep going. Crane takes a booking. Okay, well at some point we will have to swap him out. Probert's on the ball. No. Okay, the highlight ends. It was just the free kick. But look at that on the counter attack. I show you on the counter. We're having to work on the counter because of the possession that we're struggling with. Would it be an idea to bring the wingers back? I think I'm going to go for it. And East Hope will maybe move to the right. Just try it a little bit different there. Playing essentially a 4-1-3-2. And we will go again. Here we go. Dale on the ball. Gets tackled. You've got to pass it a little bit faster than that, I'd say. There was quite an obvious pass on there. Anna goes forward. Doyle, again, they're just playing it around the back a little bit here. Trying to work their openings. They did work for their first goal. And it has created a few chances since. So, they go back again. Galliner on the ball. Goes out to, is that Kienta or Kanta? And that's a good tackle from Webber, but can't win it. And that's, again, frustrating because it means we were able to contain them, able to find the ball, but just can't keep hold of it once we do that. Doyle on the ball. Goes all the way across. And that's fine. Well headed, but it goes over. And we actually, again, marshal the situation quite nicely. Now, let's take a look at the analytical data. They're not actually that high up the pitch, are they? Not really. And once we scored, they have grown into the game quite significantly. And Crane is missing his crosses. So that actually gives me another reason to swap him out. Jason John, really? No. Well, I've gone with 3 cams. That's a bit silly. Let's go with a Fogbu. I'm going to bring Crosby back. Crane will then swap out for Caney Bryan. And we're almost playing... I mean, we're essentially going to be playing a 4-3-3 if you tuck in like that. That's actually not the worst idea. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for what is essentially a 4-3-3 here. going to tell them to shoot less and take more risks. Shoot and dribble less, take more risks. Let's go. We can win this game. I think we've been decent in this first half. They've had way more possession. We know that. But the fact that we're in this game is because our defense is quite strong. That's all. It's unlucky. That's a good ball over. A good searching ball over. But they've had a lot more chances. So again, once again, we struggle to create chances. But then again, in this game, it is a possession game. We are struggling on that front. We're losing the ball way too much. Dale, you're actually kind of annoying me. You're losing the ball way too much. Now get a look at his stats in particular. No, that's Ryan Crosby. Bobby Dale. Can I get his stats in this game so far? I'm going to turn Crosby into a pressing forward here, yeah. Okay, let's go. Dale is going to come off. Crosby's going to move out to the right-hand side. Sunderman's going to go down the middle, which I actually think is not the worst idea. Because Sunderman also can play cam. He's a pretty connective player. Yep, what on Kenny Bryan? Oh, that's bad. That's really not good. Good tackle, Yakubu. Doyle's in. So annoying. So many things in that goal were bad from us, in my opinion. Yes, okay, we'll take Yakubu off. We're playing with man down now. That's frustrating. It really is. Well, now we're going to play half an hour. We're essentially going to play half an hour with a man down. And we're losing now as well. And that, why was that frustrating? Well, the reason it was frustrating is because Kenny Bryan had the ball, made a bad pass, then we almost win it back. Then we do make a tackle, we still don't win it back, and then we let them pass through us, which is very frustrating. There's like 4 or 5 maybes and almost and shoulda, woulda, coulda in there, you know, which is really annoying. And now with a man down as well because of that injury to Yakubu, it's just going to get more and more difficult. Well done, Payne. Holds on to it quite well. And the winger was offside. We still haven't generated any shots for a significant amount of time. Need to get them further up the pitch, honestly. Get up the pitch. Yeah. We got to try it. We got to try and get... I mean, look at that match momentum. Look at that. I've never seen it so significantly against us. Terrible, terrible goal kick. But Duncan wins the ball back really nicely. Payne, again, goes long. It's worked out this time because of a bad header from the Saints player. Sunderman goes for the shot. Have we got that on? We've not got that on. We've not got work. Okay, now I guess it is working to the box. At least it was a shot, I suppose. We're playing that high line now. We're trying to press them all the way up the pitch. They're passing it through us quite well. And again, we've made the tackle. Payne holds on. 10 minutes here. Payne's probably going to kick it long again. He does. Kenny Bryan jumps, can't get there. And again, we lose the ball. I swear, I'm pretty certain I've got roll it out. I've got roll it out on. Why is he kicking it out so much? I need you to listen, Payne. I need you to do what I'm telling you. Good punch. That's a good punch. Okay, there was an offside. We have a corner. It's not going to go to a highlight, however. And we're into the 90 now. We're into the added time. Payne is going to go long again to no one. That is... Payne, I'm serious now. Pass the ball out. Short passes, honestly. What is he doing with this? I fully do not understand what he is doing with the long kicks there. Just not listening to me at all. Crosby, lovely stuff. Look at that. Great positioning. Sunderman shoots it from distance. Again, get into the box. You had an opportunity to run further in there. And that's going to be that. That's going to be a 2-1 loss. Unfortunately, into the dressing room. Proud of your efforts, even though it wasn't to be. I'm mostly frustrated with certain individuals who just do not seem to want to listen. I can't coach you. I can't football manage you if you don't want to listen. If you don't listen, yeah, you'll have to leave or something like that. It's very frustrating. But either way, we take a 2-1. We've got one game left this season. Hopefully we can get a win. We beat Rising Ballers before. We can hopefully do it again. And that will wrap up the season. And then as we go into Season 9, there'll be another... I think the first episode of Season 9 will be a big episode of just trying to regroup and kind of reset, go again. Season 9. But we're not there yet. One more game. Let's get to it. Righto. Here we go. Last game of the season. Yakubu is back fit after that little trouble at the end of the last game. Now, we've made a slight little change to the team. Just a slight little change. Not a major change at all. We've got Proberts and Arndale in because of Yakubu's injury. I was thinking maybe we'll just give him a break. And I'm actually going to play Bordeo and Williams in these midfield positions. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to tell them both to take fewer risks, shoot less often, dribble less often, and hold position quite a bit. I'm going to tell them both to do this in the idea, hopefully, that we will maybe be able to keep the ball just a little bit more. Because in that last game, we were struggling on possession quite a bit. And that was obviously, I don't know, I wrestle with it because you have to wrestle with it. Sometimes I feel like, oh, we don't need the possession all the time if we are clinical in attack. But if we are not clinical in attack, then we won't score goals. And so we do need possession to give us more chances to be clinical in attack. But it's a really hard one to kind of balance. Either way, it's the last game of the season. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to hopefully have a good performance out there, get a win, finish on a high, and then go into Season 9 with something to cheer about. Hopefully, that's what we're after. And however, the Rising Ballers have got a chance early doors here. Lee's going to look for a pass. He does find Barrett, who finds Forbes, but Williams gets in there, clears it up, breaks up the play. However, Kensington come back straight again until Brathwaite gets in there. Crosby all the way back to Payne, and we will go again. He finds Brathwaite down the left-hand side, goes forward to Crosby, to a Fogbu, and it's a bad pass. It's not a very accurate pass, but Fogbu... actually, I thought we had it back there. Somehow we didn't. Proberts gives it away, and that's going to be a goal. Cool. So, Proberts, who's been training really, really well... Oh, no! It's an offside. So, still, it's a warning. Proberts, who's been training very, very well, makes a pretty bad mistake there. I'm going to move us onto no nonsense at the back here, because that is actually quite a scary situation where they are... I don't know, just... No, I wouldn't say being wasteful. It was being wasteful. We didn't bring the ball down. He headers it to no one, and we end up conceding a disallowed goal, which is scary enough for me to want to change things. Crosby to Williams, back to a Fogbu. No, goes out wide to Crane. That's a great pass. I didn't see that. It's well saved. And we have actually had a pretty good chance there. So, corner ball. Dropping East Hope is a questionable one. I haven't played a match without him in it for a long while. But we've got Williams and Buldeo in that midfield as a little bit of a change-up just to see how they fare. And I mean, to be fair, at the minute, it is doing what I wanted it to do in terms of the possession stat. We are pushing the possession stat higher and higher and higher, which does show that we are controlling that ball just the way I wanted to. Kenny Bryan whips it in, but it's cleared out by Sanders. Duncan will claim it. And what will he do with it? Goes over the top. Kenny Bryan chases, doesn't manage to get hold of it, but Buldeo does. Into Kenny Bryan, into Crosby. And that was brilliant play. That was exactly what we were after. Early doors in this game as well. 13 minutes and a bit gone. We managed to put the ball in the back of the net, which is something that all the way through this season we have somewhat struggled to do, to actually get the ball in the back of the net. When we've had dominant possession, when we've had good chances, when we've had an XG of 2, 2.5, 3, and somehow we're still only on 0 goals, you know. So that's what I'm really happy about, the fact that we've actually put that one in. Brathwaite on the ball, gives it to Buldeo, who loses out, kind of dithering on it. He can't really afford to do that, and then isn't covering the centre-back or the left-back when he should be there. Should be rotating round. You gave the ball away. You better work your butt off to get it back. That's a long cross. Nothing really coming from that. Arndale does well. Clears it out. The highlight ends. No, not really, because it loads up again. Lee shuts, plays it long. Karkak gets there. Goes out wide. Payne gets the ball and we go again. So the XG is in our favour, as it should be. We should be winning more chances, creating more chances with this setup as it is. Kenny Bryan goes from distance. It goes over the bar. In fact, I'm going to tell them to stop that, actually. We're going to work it into the box. And we're also going to go onto the balanced mindset because we've got decent possession. We're not really struggling for possession. So starting on cautious, that's fine. When you grow into the game, we move to balanced and we try and go from there. Lee on the ball into Forbes. Goes out to Shut. Into Lee. Oh, it's a good pass. It's a good pass and a good save. It was a good pass in through the defence there. Forbes on the corner for Kensington. Whips it in. Manning's at the back post, but Proberts gets it out. Lovely stuff. Chase him down, Kenny Bryan. Into Robinson, into Dunn, into Mannings, and they're passing it around. Ping, 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 ping. Comes to nothing in the end. Barrett on the ball for Kensington. Into Mannings. Buldeo making himself a nuisance, trying to get the ball back. Now should be covering Dunn there. There we go. Took him too long to get there, though. Dunn to Payne. Back to Dunn. Finds Karkak. Finds Sanders. And that's good save. They are creating a few chances here. I think I'm going to drop back to cautious. Not full defensive. Back to cautious. Maybe even... No, I don't really need to drop any players back just yet. In fact, what I might just do... Put them on support for now. Just so that our midfielders don't throw themselves forward too much. You know, we still need to play sensibly. It's only 1-0. I would like it to be 2-0. Another corner. 6 corners to their 5. It's all corners. 7, in fact. What the heck was that? What was going on there? Proberts. Brathwaite, why are you kicking it long like that for no reason? They shoot it over, but why are you kicking it long? When you've got a pass on, you don't need to kick it long like that. In fact, I'm going to edit those instructions. There we go. Shorter passing, please. Crosby, one-on-one, finds Kenny Bryan. Out to Crane. You've got to find Crane there. He was in acres. Williams, back to Arndale. Over the top. There we go. Crane, whip it in. Kenny Bryan. Oh, it's a good save. Oh, we've got it again. Buldeo to Williams. To Crane again. Shoot it. Oh, it's a bad touch. And they clear it out. Does the throw-in continue the highlight? Not quite. Yep, you know, absolutely. Bash, get on Sanders. Do not give him space. Oxley goes long. Roberts wins it. Kenny Bryan fought. A terrible pass, but Crosby makes something of it by harrowing the defence and then fires it over. Unfortunately, but we are definitely growing into the game more and more. So maybe to be fair, we went to balanced, And it's felt like Kensington then grew into it. So sitting on the cautious might be the idea. Might just be, because it is getting us a little bit. Oh, that's a booking. Okay, Proberts will come off at half time, which will be now. Okay. Jason John will come on. We will go into the second half. Here we go. Jason John makes that change, just the one change, because we have a player in a yellow. I don't like that. We change him out. I mean, Crosby might be able to get there. Not quite. Oh! Very close. Sanders runs into a Fogba. You're not going to get a penalty for that, lad. Okay, 50 minutes up. 40 and change to go. And look at that possession stat. It really has grown. Really has grown. In fact, I'm like somewhat thinking bring a player back and just connect up the attack a little bit. Kind of like that. In fact, should it be Crosby or should it be... Make it a Raw. A full kind of extra midfielder there. Just to connect the attack and really take a stranglehold on this attack. We've gained another corner. Here we go. Who's going to whip this one in? It looks like O'Raw. No, it's Kenny Bryan. Kenny Bryan whips it in. Can we jump? Oh, it's very close from... I think that was Arndale. Very close indeed. 60 minutes gone. Well done, Bordeo, into a Raw. Here we go. Forward. Kenny Bryan, you've got to be making that run. I don't feel like he was making that run, but you've got to be charging into that run. We win the ball back well, though. Arndale goes long to Kenny Bryan. That was no need for that, to be honest. Pass it short, please. Duncan. Again, going long. No need for that. Pass it short, please. Pass it short. Listen to me, or you will not play again. That's basically it. Listen to me. Listen to the manager. You're going to go out there and do your own thing. Go do it somewhere else. 1-0 up. Control. That's all we're after here. Control. Well done, John. Good pass. Good pass again. Crane's there. What is that? Is there any instruction that says, like, in possession, whack it long? No, there is not. Bordeo, good stuff. Look at that. Yeah, charge into the space. Afogbu's going. Oh, you've got to play that pass. Brathwaite finds it. And oh, it's deflected out. But Brathwaite finds that pass that Bordeo should have been laying in anyway. Kenny Bryan whips the corner in. Arndale jumps and puts it away. And that's 2-0. There we go. We know we can score from corners. We know we've got that in the bag. We've got tall players, tall defenders who get up there for those corners, aim at the near post, and look at that match momentum. That's what we're after. Crane loses out to a bad touch. They go forward. Sanders on the ball finds Lee. He's going to find the striker at something. No, doesn't go on his own to the left. Goes back to Shutt, who does find Forbes, who's going to turn and get the shot away, but well guided, well kind of marshalled by the defence. Wasn't going to be an easy chance there. And I'm actually going to tell us to go on defensive. Going to bring Sunderman into the midfield. Basically a stacked midfield. Very slow play. We don't need to go kind of full aggression here. Slow it down. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that either. There we go. Okay, we've got a free kick high up the pitch. Brathwaite jumps and puts it away. And this is the kind of performance we have been looking for all season. Just full control. Just fully controlling the game. Just no chances for them. No real opportunities for them. Because we've got the ball so much more than they do. Fogbu takes that corner. We've got the ball here. Brathwaite finds a Fogbu. Goes back to Brathwaite, to Bordeo, to John. And look at that passing. Really, really nice. Short, slow tempo is okay. That was actually quite quick. I don't mind a slow tempo. Just hold the ball. They're not going to close you down. They're not going to close you down. Payne, pass it. Just a short pass, please. Still not sure. John. To the centre-back. Lovely. To the wing-back. Or all the way to Sunderman. And then back to Arndale. Now to the wing back. There we go. Okay. Duncan into Williams, into Crane. Sunderman doesn't fancy that run because, well, to be fair, he doesn't need to. Crane, I don't need you doing that right now. I'll be honest. I don't need you doing that right now. So I'm going to get that and tell you to stop. Stop with that. There you go. You don't need to do that. Not right now, at least. We're just looking to control the game to the end, and that's just a poor decision from Harry Crane, deciding to go on his own, get tackled. They put a ball over the top. They make it 3-1. Completely avoidable. Completely avoidable. And now with only 60 seconds to go, or just a little bit, it looks like we are finally, after 2 losses in our last 2 games, we're going to end the season on a higher. Crane into Sunderman. Take it forward if you want to, but you don't have to go on your own. Doesn't matter. We take the win, and in fact, it was a really good performance. It was exactly the kind of performance we were after. 1-0 up. They had a few chances to make it 1-1, couldn't do it. And we just put the game to bed. 11 corners. And there we go. There we go. We take the win. And that's exactly what we needed. We really did need that. That was a brilliant way to end the season. A great performance. Wrapping the season up really, really nicely. Bobby Dale actually didn't come on. I was thinking about it, but we brought on Sunderman instead just to lower that midfield, kind of compact the team all together. And that will be how we end the season, guys. So thank you so much for watching this season. I do hope you've enjoyed it. It's not been the best, I'll be honest. Hopefully season 9 is a little bit better. We want to be competing for promotion, but it is also, quite tough to keep the upward trajectory going. We're going to have tough times. I'm not giving up. I hope you guys aren't going to give up either. We finish in 12th in the end with a nice 3-1 win to wrap things up. And unfortunately, we actually ended up relegating Rising Ballers. So they had a lot to play for in that game, but didn't really show much. The 2 Shepherd's Bush teams go down. Rising Ballers go down. London Cranes go up on goal difference, which is really, really close. We will come back for next season, guys. Thank you for watching. I shall catch you next time.